This my two Satoshis. This my two Satoshis. Who need 2 cents when they can get double from stacking Toshis? Yeah, this my two Satoshis. Oh yeah, it's your bro Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is Thursday, and I gotta give a shout out to my man Wired Sparks, a premium member. He had this song request by Major League called Ayeye. This is nice, man. I like this. He's always put me on the new stuff. I've never heard of this. This is some real dope music right here. And so if you guys ever have a song request under any of my videos, all you got to do is hashtag song request, and I will play that on my next video. So definitely got a song you've been playing, been rocking, you want Crypto Blood to play on his channel, hashtag song request, and I will play that at some point. But of course, premium members get popped to the top, so they get priority on those song requests. But definitely hit me up. I will eventually get to them. All right. So hope everyone's doing well today, and welcome to another episode. Today we're going to be looking at a topic we touched on yesterday on BitBoy's channel, the 4chan insider prediction. Okay, that the Bitcoin crash was coming. They claimed on 4chan this was a coordinated attack. I explained yesterday a frothy or overheated bull run is just looking for a reason to sell off, right? So the 4chan thing kind of came this week, but we've been seeing news for the past week for reasons for Bitcoin to head lower or an excuse for Bitcoin to be sold off. But we'll take a look at this 4chan article out of News BTC that talks about they knew this was coming and it was a coordinated attack. Definitely want to get your two Satoshis on that. How do you feel about that? And we've got XRP. There's an update with their lawsuit. I'll give you guys the details on that. Court denies Ripple's motion to withdraw SEC's foreign request. You know, about a month or so ago, a lot of people were thinking that the whole lawsuit was going to be thrown out and, you know, Ripple was going to win and the SEC was just going to bow down. Never. That will never happen. Not saying that they can't come out of this with just a fee or a fine. That's probably what's going to happen. However, to say that the SEC was just going to back down, that's definitely not going to happen, because it's all about optics. And, you know, these governments have to keep control of the narrative and optics. And that's one thing that they won't allow to happen. Okay, them look wrong. All right, and so we'll look at that. And lastly, out of CoinGate, we got Bank of Canada says that volatility is the biggest obstacle for cryptocurrencies acceptance as a payment. I'll reiterate in today's episode why I think cryptocurrencies as we know it won't really ever be used as a main means of payment, at least not anytime soon. By the time that happens, if that even happens at some point in the future, this class of assets will be boring. No one will be interested in it, and the action and wild returns won't be there any longer. Huge swings in price action and volatility is something that you see in a nascent market or industry. You know, it's the way the market is trying to figure out where that medium, that price medium is, that equilibrium is, and we're still trying to figure that out with all these cryptocurrencies. In many cases, they're overvalued. In some cases, they're undervalued. So you're going to have those wild swings. So with that being said, cryptocurrencies will not be accepted as a payment option, in my opinion. I've always said that stable coins would be the first coin to really bring or garner mass adoption from a crypto standpoint, because they're stable, right? They're a reflection of the US dollar that's already being used in the predominant means of exchanging value and wealth. So that, to me, said that for years. If you want to see or wonder what does it look like with cryptocurrencies being used at every store and all across the globe, it's going to be some form of stable coin. It is what it is. Until these cryptocurrencies volatility comes down, that's what you're going to see, in my opinion. So we're going to take a look at that out of CoinGate today as well. So all three articles coming up on today's episode of My Two Satoshis. Let's get it. But before we start, if you guys find these types of videos informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. And just before we get started, I gotta give a shout out to my team, EOS Detroit, Facings. They just released Dark Pinup. My man Lars over there is doing his thing. Go check it out if you guys are into like the pinup scene. He's very, very big in that scene, and he created an NFT series called Dark Pinup. that's all about the beauty of women in this artistic style. So the 30 digital photo pack has already been sold out. The 5 digital photos are still available, so check that out, darkpinup.com. Really excited about that. Facings is behind this launch. If you guys are interested in any type of NFT launch, branded correctly, thoughtful releases, check us out, facings.io, and the parent company EOS Detroit. We just dropped our new website as well. Check that out. One of the dopest block producer websites in the EOS ecosystem for sure. So check us out, eosdetroit.io and facings.io for more details. So before we get really into the articles for today, I want to definitely go over the technicals, because we saw on the 1 hour a nice wick. Some may call it capitulation. I'm not. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't see this as capitulation. We had a wick down to 29,000 as we see this huge sell-off that occurred really starting on May 9th. That's when it all started heading lower. I was telling the audience on BitBoy's show yesterday that if we don't see anything above $42,000, $43,000 Bitcoin, then I wouldn't be positive about this move down. It may continue, and I've preached this time and time again. $20,000 Bitcoin is still in play. People were, when we were at 60,000, people were like, no way, we can't go. Listen, Cryptodamus is rarely wrong. I'm telling you. So that's where we are. I think if we can't get above this trend line that I have drawn here, then we will definitely see lower prices in Bitcoin and subsequently the altcoin market. I know it's green today. You see a nice bounce back. A lot of coins are in the green, but still, don't get too excited. Use Bitcoin as your barometer for the rest of the market. Unfortunately, Bitcoin is still the big dog that gives you the overall sentiment on markets in cryptocurrency. So if you don't see a move above this yellow line, we may head lower. But if we cross over this yellow line, we could see a breakout at least back to $47,000 Bitcoin. All right, that's where I'm seeing an area of resistance for us if we break out of this. It is a sharp, very steep decline, but that's what I'm seeing right now from a technical perspective. Bitcoin trading at 40,000 right now, up 1.6%. Ethereum is down 2.5%. It's trading at 2,749 bucks. XRP is down 5%. ADA is up slightly. It's trading at $1.76. Dogecoin at 39 cents, and EOS trading at $6.36. So let's go ahead and get into the articles for today. We've got 4chan Insider predicting Bitcoin crash, and he claimed it was a coordinated attack. So this is as investors contemplate what next follows for the market correction, which Bitcoin saw a drop, of course, to 29,000, as I just stated. Many pin the events of yesterday's FUD to Elon Musk, China, or even the OCC FUD. However, an insider anonymously on 4chan claims it was coordinated by an unnamed firm connected to the Chinese government. So these such claims without verifiable source should be taken with a healthy dose of skepticism. Of course, 4chan Insider gave forewarning, and so this week it says news broke of a renowned crackdown on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies by the Chinese government agencies. A joint statement, and I just had to stop here. This is not the first time I've seen the Chinese government say they've banned Bitcoin and mining operations at least 4 or 5 times. At least 4 times for sure, I remember, in the last few years. At least 4 times. So this is nothing new to see this type of propaganda coming out from the Chinese government, the CCP. It says a joint statement released by 3 industry bodies said financial institutions could not conduct business related to cryptocurrencies. Again, this is nothing new. So these are, of course, commonplace, but the 4chan Insider claims that this was intended as a precursor to coordinate a sell-off that tanked markets yesterday. He says, quote unquote, the purpose of today's press release alongside all the FUD posting is to get Bitcoin as low as it can before 7 a.m. UTC. And so things take a darker turn when the insider explains the purpose of the sell-off was to attack a single stakeholder. Based on the information given, the details would appear to fit Elon Musk. Now, there are some issues with Elon Musk and China right now. They're not liking, to be honest with you, Tesla's rise in China. And so they're going to do everything they can to stop that, and they can do a lot because they run that whole country from top down. It's easy for them to really squeeze Elon Musk. And you got to remember, a lot of Tesla's revenue model and projections and quarterly earnings are based on growing in China. So you Tesla holders out there, you might want to look into evaluating where you are in that position. I'm not really into stocks and equities anymore, but I'm just saying I've been hearing things about China really looking to squeeze Elon Musk out of that market because he keeps taking market share. You know, they're the best at copying and replicating and reissuing a product or a service to their own population with no problem. So keep that in mind. So let me know your thoughts about this so-called coordinated attack, basically to weed out and squeeze out Elon Musk. They're going to do something bigger than that to get Elon Musk to capitulate and sell at the bottom or sell into a panic. I can't see it happen, ladies and gents. Let me know in the comments below. Next, we have ABNB Crypto. Yes, XRP lawsuit update. Court denies Ripple's motion to withdraw SEC's foreign request. Interesting. So the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit has started to gain pace, and notable developments have been taking place on a daily basis as of late. In what is the latest one, the court presided by Judge Sarah Netburn has given the regulatory body a green light to continue seeking information from foreign bodies about Ripple's endeavors. So the SEC had sought to reach out to foreign regulators requesting assistance for discovery purposes, quote unquote, in the ongoing case. So Ripple, on the other hand, had argued that these requests are intended to harass and intimidate them, adding to the use of such requests by the SEC as improper, they say. The court, however, came to a different ruling. They said no evidence suggests that the SEC issued its request in bad faith. So in that argument, the defendants had also contended the request operated outside the courts and foreign counterpart supervision. We all know the SEC has a long arm. They can squeeze and intimidate and influence, I should say, maybe more appropriately, influence various government agencies to get what they need. And so I personally think, first of all, the XRP is a useless token. Now, Ripple, the company, definitely has some use cases. They've been acquiring various companies for many years now, basically off the backs of XRP holders. So the company, I think, will be fine. The XRP token, I'm not too sure about. I think that Ripple will continue to make blockchain solutions for many privately run companies and consult with them and create solutions that make their business work more efficiently. But as far as that token, guys, I am still not a believer of it. And there are many, many reasons. You'll have to go back and watch some of my old videos about XRP and why. But just wanted to give you guys an update on that. The court concludes that the SEC use of the request is permissible and not an affront to the court's jurisdiction. So we'll see what happens there. Lastly, Bank of Canada says volatility is the biggest obstacle for cryptocurrencies acceptance as a payment. So in a statement on Thursday, they're keeping a track on the crypto markets in the country amid surging popularity over the past years. Canada has become a budding ground for the launch of key crypto investment vehicles after it became the first country to approve the Bitcoin ETF and Ethereum ETF. The Canadian Central Bank also said that despite the growing popularity of these digital assets, they are still far from being used and accepted as a form of payment because of high volatility in their price. They said, quote unquote, the price volatility stemming from speculative demand remains an important obstacle to the wide acceptance of crypto assets as a means of payment. China, they're beating everyone to the punch. They've released their digital yuan. They're talking about expanding the usage of it for the upcoming Olympics. So we'll see if that actually happens. But China's already in the forefront in, the use of digital currency, central bank digital currencies. But surprisingly, many people don't remember this. Canada, behind the scenes, many years ago, I would say in 2017, was talking about these central bank digital currencies and actually launched a pilot program to look into this. So don't sleep on Canada as far as what they're doing in that space. They've got some years under their belt as far as R&D, research and development with this. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were maybe not the next country to come out with one, but definitely faster than the United States. So we'll have to see what happens there. But I agree with the Bank of Canada here. Cryptocurrencies are just too volatile to be used as a means of payment. Money should be something that's constant. Now, people will say, well, the US dollar has lost 99% of this value. I think we all understand that. The purchasing power of the dollar is eroding day by day, but it's very slow, very, very slow. So the everyday person won't notice it. It will take like 10 years, 20 years for you to say, wow, I remember when, $100 went somewhere for me. Now it takes $1,000 to do the same thing. That type of slow death is what's happening to fiat currencies. Cryptocurrencies, though, on the other hand, the volatility is just too wild. I can't, in good faith, accept a Bitcoin today, right? Or let's just say I accepted Bitcoin for some type of payment on May 9th. Now, if I would have kept that Bitcoin as Bitcoin and didn't exchange it for fiat, I would have lost like 50% of my money. Purchasing power. So that's the type of stuff that you have to consider and think about when you talk about really having cryptocurrencies being implemented in a real world use case. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. I think we're a ways away from that. And honestly, it's probably going to be a stable coin that gets the bulk of that action when it comes to seeing people use cryptos on a day-to-day basis. But let me know your thoughts about that in the comments below. I would love to hear what you have to say about that. But that's pretty much it for today, ladies and gents. Got to give another shout out to my man Wire Sparks for that song request. Major League, ayay. And don't forget, the NFTs from Crypto Blood are on sale straight on Atomic Hub. Check them out when you guys have a chance. Great collaboration with Moon Lambo. We've got a nice series there. The Roll the Dice series was my first NFT set. Check those out as well. Link in the description of this video. But that's my 2 Satoshi for today. I'm out of here, people. Holla!